Done out.
Test.
Test. Oh.
Can you guys hear us now?
Testing.
Hold on, I'll go back in the box here.
Uh-oh. Do we not have something turned on?
I think we're live, right?
I think we are live, but do we have
back
sound? Yay!
Whoa, we're back.
Oh, that's amazing. We're back. We were having technical difficulties. Maybe it's because the robot wasn't working in the background this morning.
Yeah, I took the helmet off and everything went crazy.
Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry that we didn't have sound, but thank you for letting us know. We've got so many amazing people in the chat this morning, and a couple of people that texted us. So thank you for hanging in there with us. We're glad that our audio is back now. We're glad that we have the show at Robot this morning. Are you good with your head on, or?
Yeah, I'll keep it on. You guys didn't hear, but I was saying the reason I had taken it off is because there's no ventilation in here, so just didn't want to pass out.
Yes, yeah, the robot was having a hard time breathing, but this is an amazing day to have the robot here with us. And we were just sharing some Halloween photos from years gone by.
Yeah.
And
should we have our visitor come back?
Lucas is saying to start over. Could we we had a Halloween guest earlier.
Yeah, let's have her come back in.
And it was Jen Wagner, who's one of our local photographers. She's undressed her little strawberry, but come on back in real quick, Jen, so we could just introduce you again.
Hi. Yes.
This is Jen and her baby daughter Kaya. It's Kaya's very first Halloween this year, and she's going to be a strawberry.
Yes.
And we're so excited that you guys could stop by. Thanks for hanging in there with us while we didn't have sound. I think they have a lunch date this morning, so they're going to go and have lunch with a friend. But thanks for coming by, guys.
It's good to see the show robot. Can I just shake your hand?
Yeah, no, you might have to find it because I can't. My depth perception is.
Oh, this is amazing.
There we go.
Thank you.
We just lost sound again.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no, we're fine.
Okay, bye.
I'll email you later.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my gosh. Oh. The wheels are coming off the show this morning.
Did we lose our mic?
Yeah,
Let's just start.
We dropped it down.
We're still here.
Well, are we still here?
Yeah,
Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, you're still here.
Good.
That was just our monitor. So.
Okay. Well.
Okay, we're back on now.
We're back on.
We're here.
We're back on. Before we move on, I do want to show you another photo from Todd Watson.
Yeah. So
CEO of Showit.
We were showing some of us growing up. The first two pictures were you?
Yes, the first three pictures.
Three pictures were Elizabeth, if you missed that. And then she showed a couple of me when I was little.
Yes, and then we had
I think
Jason
that's where we left off.
as Superman.
Yeah.
And this is Todd as
Showit CEO.
Larry Boy, our Showit CEO, Todd Watson, as Larry Boy. For those of you that don't watch VeggieTales, maybe you don't have kids yet, you will someday. This is a fantastic version of that costume.
And wait, real quick. I wanted to point out one thing.
Yes.
I saw this picture and I said, Todd, do you have computer speakers around your waist? And he tied computer speakers to his belt, and he has a Discman on the left side of his waist, and he had Larry Boy quotes that he would play from a Discman onto the speakers.
That's amazing.
So that's dedication right
Yes, that is dedication to a costume right there. And I want to know how he made the two toilet plungers.
Yeah, I don't know. He just
that's
hilarious.
On.
Yeah.
They're
in his ears.
This is Dan Redmond. He's one of our awesome programmers, and he was a baseball player one year.
Great costume.
Christian from Support Christian,
Pro.
our awesome Support Pro, Support stud.
Yes.
With a very large pumpkin, which was, I think, almost as large as he was in this picture. So you must have been really little there, Christian.
He was 18.
He was 18. This was his 18th
old.
Halloween.
He really shot up at 19.
Now this is JT, and I'm gonna guess JT's sisters. What I don't know is what JT was.
Is JT the one in the middle?
For Halloween that year. No, he's the one with this funny spider thing crawling out of his head.
JT, do you want to tell us what you were exactly? I have no idea. He doesn't even know.
JT says he doesn't know what he was. Clearly his sisters were like ballerinas and angels, and he was a hodgepodge of awesomeness.
Awesome.
This is fantastic. Which is this you?
Yeah, this is me. That might not have been Halloween.
But like you said, you just any day.
Yeah, any day. Why not?
Any day at all.
I don't know what I was there.
This is one of our newest members of the Showit team. This is Nate Sees and his family. This is his wife, Erin, and they're 4 little ones. And they decided that they were going to be the whole Toy Story group. And I'm not sure we're ever going to see Nate dressed up as Ken again.
I'd kind of like to see that happen. He's shaking his head in the other office. It's not going to happen.
No. He doesn't want to have to shave his beard again for it. He said he had to shave it for this, and then it grew back right away. And then this is finally this is Christina and
Showiteer Christina
Robinson from Sacramento, and she posted this up yesterday in the group, and I just loved it. So this
she said her husband D bought her the costume, right?
They came home and said, "This is your Halloween costume," which is
what you're wearing.
It's just so much fun.
So great.
So anyway, it's kind of fun to look at Halloween's gone past. And I'm wondering, what you all are planning to do for Halloween.
Post up in the chat.
Yeah.
Or even your weirdest costume.
Weirdest costume.
Because we'd like to hear that too. And then what you're going to be this year.
Yeah. One year I went as an angel, and my brother went as a little devil. and I'm not going to say that I was the angel in my family, but I was. I was the angel in my family. But yeah, I had a lot of really different ones. I think I was like. What was the Little House on the Prairie? Do you remember that? Laura Ingalls Wilder, that whole thing. Yeah.
Long dress.
Long dress. Interesting long braids. That whole bit. But it was fun. So, what are your kids going as?
Well, if anyone wants to take a guess, they'd probably be right because it's Elsa and Anna, like every other child in the universe.
Yeah, I heard of a fun game.
Yeah.
That some grown-ups are playing.
Yeah, a drinking game.
A drinking game, and it has to do with taking a drink every time someone dressed in an Elsa costume comes to your front door on Friday night.
That is dangerous.
I'm gonna think that's very unhealthy for America.
We'll be done by 9 p.m.
Right? Yeah, my daughter I think is also planning on going as Elsa, so she'll have a lot of fun with your little girls.
And you can't reason with them. You say that's what everyone's gonna be. Don't you want to be something else? No, that's what I want to be. Okay.
No.
What can you do?
It's all good. It's fun for them to come up with their own costumes, and next year it'll be something else, and who knows what it's gonna be. Yeah. But one of the very exciting things that we're gonna do today is talk with Showiteer Kristen Booth. Yes. And Kristen markets herself as a fairytale photographer, and it's all over her website, and it's in the pictures. Like you can look at a picture that Kristen took and be like, that's Kristen's photo.
Exactly.
And so she's going to talk to us a little bit about having a niche brand and what that means. And what I love about Kristen is that she also was willing to dress up today.
Yes, for the show.
And
we have audio, Kristen.
And we have audio. We can't. I think we're maybe having trouble hearing you, but welcome, Showiteer Kristen Booth, who's a princess today.
Yes. Hi guys. Showit Robot, Mary Poppins.
We
Can you hear me?
Can't hear her yet. Just
1 second.
Uh-oh.
We'll figure it out.
I put the batteries in upside down when we knocked them out.
Oh no.
Who knows?
Hold on. We'll get it.
Stand by.
Stand by, Kristen. JT, do you know how this works?
We may have broken it.
Let's have Kristen tell us about herself.
So, Kristen, tell us a little bit about you and your brand and how you arrived at the idea of being the fairytale photographer.
Good question. I kind of just started out. I started right out of high school in 2009, and I just kind of explored and was shooting a little bit of everything, I think, kind of like everyone does, being a jack of all trades. And something one day just dawned on me that what I was drawn to was the fairy tale end of things. I kind of was pursuing more of a fashiony, hot pink and black, girly brand. And at some point I just thought, this is not me. And I just really did some digging down to figure out what it was that I loved. And it wasn't necessarily the branding approach that I had been taught, which was, what do you like to wear? Which I do like to wear stuff like this. But, and just kind of the digging into who you are. Mine was more, what do you want to shoot? What makes your heart sing when you have your camera? And I was like, I want to shoot weddings at castles, and I love brides in, you know, big flowing dresses. I love antiques and vintage and forest. And so to see if that was really what I wanted to do, I kind of started a Fairytale series, a 6-part series, which I still have one left. It's been going for 3.5 years now.
Wow.
And I kind of just dove into the different areas of Fairytale with that and did some stylized shoots and made the decision that this was what I wanted to pursue fully and narrow down to just that focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. It's been awesome.
So brides contact you specifically because they want a fairytale style wedding and fairytale style photos.
Yes. So that's the interesting part.
Cool.
My marketing approach has been very different because everyone loves referrals and it's the best kind of business. But sometimes a bride who wants something that niche and stylized isn't going to have a ton of friends who want the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So referrals have been a little bit harder for me.
Okay.
I've had to really focus on SEO and getting published on blogs that will catch the bride's eye and Pinterest and that kind of thing. And Julie Story actually built me an amazing website. I don't know if you're watching, Julie, but you are awesome.
She's here. Yeah, she's watching.
And
Beautiful website.
that's the area that just my awesome bookings have come from, is they just stumble upon that and it's so over the top that it's either they love it or it's not for them. But it really hooks them in when it is for them.
That's great.
Right.
Well, it filters them out.
Yeah.
So you are getting your ideal client. There's no question when you go to your website about what it is that you do and the style of photos that you create.
Oh, we have your site up here.
Yeah. Oh, it's
such
so
a
pretty.
cool site. I mean,
Thank
Are
you.
those
I mean, what a
clouds
fit.
like moving over your site?
Yes, so cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you're on this site for 5 seconds and you know exactly what she's all about, which
Completely.
is
Thank you.
very cool. You guys did a great job on that.
I love it. Now, you were telling me the other day, we chatted a little bit briefly last week, and you were talking about your ideal place to shoot a wedding, where you just are itching to go. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. I actually went to Ireland in 2011. I didn't shoot a wedding there, but I did a big stylized shoot there and just some engagement photos and just did some personal vacationing as well. And 3 years later, I just booked my first wedding there for next summer.
That's
so
awesome.
It's going to be at a castle and it's going to be super awesome. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
So cool.
I love that. Now, how did that bride find you?
She found me from Google searches and just souping up my SEO. And I actually come up for Ireland searches a lot,
Oh,
but
interesting.
don't always get the booking because people don't realize I'm not from there.
It's a ways
Okay.
away. Yeah.
Photos, yes.
Okay.
So takes a little bit more filtering down to make sure that they're okay with hiring someone internationally.
Right.
But yeah, she found me from just a organic Google search.
Okay. That is
Very
really
cool.
that's really cool. So you're obviously doing a really good job on your site and your blog of SEO and being very clear about where it is that you want to search. You've obviously talked about Ireland then on your blog.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's
And
very,
you know what the funniest part is? I think I've only been there once. I've never even shot a real wedding there, and I'm so connected with Ireland, and people know that from me talking about it online, that just my post of saying I booked a wedding there is the most liked thing on my entire page. It's not even a photo I took there.
It's just
It
you
has
said.
more likes than anything else I've ever posted.
just you
Right.
saying that you're
I'm
going.
to Ireland.
That's fantastic. Now, I know that you styled last year at United. You styled a shoot with Field and Carey Denny, Ace and Lim Photography. Is styling part of what you do with your brides to help them get this fairy tale look for their wedding day?
Yes, I actually have built a pretty in-depth Pinterest collection. I have like 10 different boards for my brides with stuff that I've just kind of pulled. And I think that's really helpful to do for your brides because we expect them to see all these cool ideas that we see, but they're not living on the blogs like we do and seeing it as much as we do.
Right.
You know, they maybe have just seen one wedding blog or have seen their friend's wedding, and kind of taking the time to expose them to that and narrowing it down to the ideas that fit your bride so they're not overwhelmed. So I have one board that's just for bouquets, one board that's for cakes and stuff like that. So that's kind of a resource that I give them. And also I'm super open to just helping with anything. I actually have a bride for next year who loved one of the dresses that I used in my Fairytale shoot, and I gave her the link, and she actually ordered that dress and is going to wear it for her wedding.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So for
really
shoots, engagement shoots and anniversary shoots and stuff, I do have a lot of props and stuff on hand that they are welcome to use, and is just another resource for them.
Yeah, for sure.
The wedding, I'm just more hands-on helping, and I love helping with that. That's super fun to me.
That's fantastic. Well, and you said that your office is sort of like a princess's closet. Like it's a princess prop closet.
Yes, I also sell vintage clothing. So I have a huge rack of like wedding dresses, and I have canvases on the walls and stuff. I wish I could show it to you guys, but I don't have good internet, so I didn't do it from my apartment.
Oh, okay.
So there's a picture, and I'm not sure if you can see it, Kristen, but I think I'm going to have JT pull it up, of this gorgeous couple, and they're in a wooded place. Can you tell us a little bit about this image, Kristen? Because it's so lovely.
Which image is it?
It's the couple that are in it looks like maybe they're in the redwoods in the forest, and she's got the wreath over her head and the very like light pink, cream colored flowers.
Oh, in the pink dress?
Not in the pink dress. No, sorry. You know what? That's okay. Tell me about the pink dress. Tell me about the one with the horse, actually, and the pink dress, because that's a story.
That was one of my styled shoots. Part of the fantasy series I was talking about. So with that, we kind of came up with 6 extremely different themes. One was ocean themed, kind of mermaid feeling. One was that was a garden themed one. And that's probably had the most response of all of them.
Okay.
I get a lot of brides who find me from that. You know, they're looking up pink wedding dress, or they're looking up Fairytale engagement photos and stuff, and that one shows up a ton. And that's just something that was something I chose to invest in, because I just thought, I want to shoot stuff like this,
right,
and it's not coming to me yet, so I need to just make it happen.
Right. Put it out there.
And
Cool.
that was definitely one of my favorites.
It's such a great picture, and it just feels like it has a whole story that should go with it. And I think that's the thing for me that I love about your images, is that there's just this romantic story that you help them to create in the photos, and by letting them sort of live out that fantasy of a fairy tale, which is just so much fun. Like, I can't wait to see the pictures from Ireland and a wedding in a castle like that. That sounds amazing. When you were doing either these styled shoots or these weddings, Kristen, are you finding that there are any other vendors, florists, or other companies that are also sort of going after the niche market of fairy tale, or is that really something that you're kind of leading the charge on in your market?
As far as local vendors like florists and stuff, I haven't found that. I think most of the ones I work with that I really like choose to be a little more multifaceted and cater to a little bit more styles. Some of the areas I'm exploring a little more is possibly dress designers and things that a bride maybe books early on, and they do narrow down their focus a little bit more. Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to create maybe even some kind of database of, you know, photographers and florists and just people who specialize in that style, and could possibly even continue into other styles where it's just easier for brides to find multi-vendors who connect to, you know, the style they're going for. I think that would be really helpful.
What their vision is. Yeah, because a florist certainly can do a lot of different things, but there are some that I think are just so great at those big, messy, organic bouquets, you know, that just, it would be awesome if they were able to kind of market themselves to some of those brides.
Right.
So tell us a little bit more about how you market yourself as the fairy tale photographer.
Great question. I think the thing a lot of people don't know about those of us who specialize is we do still shoot a lot of things outside of our realm. I still shoot family photos. I still shoot modern things here and there. And I think the importance is just what you put out there. I'm here to serve anyone who wants to work with me and connects to my style. And if after booking me, it ends up being a little bit different than my brand, that's totally fine. I have always been a believer in you don't have to post everything, and it's not an insult to anyone. It's just putting it out there so it's consistent with what the message you're trying to put out there. So, you know, even if it's just the simplest photo of a selfie or something funny that I'm posting, I try to make it, if it's for my Instagram or something that's connected to my brand, I try to kind of give it that little bit of a spin and just kind of keep pushing that. Even the words I put in there, when I post a wedding, I'm always throwing in magical or whimsical or dreamy, and just kind of keep posting that. And I just wanted to make it really seamless, even from my bio photos. It's really funny because I had to kind of make the decision between really showing my personality in my brand or really being Fairytale in my brand. And I'm definitely a lot more outgoing and crazy. My true bio photos would be fun and energetic, but they didn't fit with the site. So I have these bio photos where I'm just like, oh, so, you know, and just to kind of keep that really seamless.
Right.
And I think that's really important, is just having a set of guidelines that you work off of. Maybe it's just one keyword like fairytale, or 3 subcategories, whimsical, romantic, storytelling, and just making sure everything you post is consistent with that.
Definitely.
And even in, I mean, just looking through these pictures, the way you edit, I mean, is Fairytale. You know what I mean? Which is really cool. And it's consistent throughout all of them. It's different, you know, backgrounds and settings and stuff. But I mean, you could look at any of these pictures and say, oh, that's Kristen Booth. You know, which
Absolutely.
is really cool.
Well, and I think it speaks to what last week when we were talking with Jeff Shipley and Jennifer Olmsted from Tonic, they were talking a lot about curating not just your site, but everything that you put out there, and the things that you want to shoot, you need to show, and the things that you don't want to shoot more of, you need to hold back a little more. And so, you know, to your point, Kristen, I mean, that's really smart marketing.
Exactly. And like you said, Kristen, you know, sometimes people don't know exactly what they want, or they're not as, you know, well versed in all these different wedding blogs, and they see it and they go, well, that's what I want. And they didn't know it until they saw what you're putting out there.
Right.
So
I never knew what
smart.
I always wanted in a wedding photographer.
Exactly. And when you are the one telling them what they want, I mean, they're sold. You know, so.
No, it's fantastic when that can just kind of come together. So, are you able to tell us about this last project that you have working on, that you've been doing this series, or is that very much under wraps?
Secret.
No, it's not. It's funny. We expected it to be done a lot sooner. We kind of were doing 2 to 3 shoots per year and expected this 6-part series to just be done so fast. And when I say we, it's a friend of mine who does hair and makeup, who I've known forever, and another friend who does kind of the styling and props, and her and I work together on that vision. And we just throw together the vision board and then start thrifting and finding the pieces and doing all that. Our challenge with the final one is that it involves snow. And we haven't had a decent winter in Southern California these last 2 years.
Yeah, no.
Not in a while,
so Big Bear has had very little snow.
We had the model, we had the dress, we had everything, and we live only an hour and a half from the mountains that get decent snow, and there was nothing.
Oh, so we're crossing our fingers that in the next couple of months you might be able to actually finish it if we get a good snow.
Yeah.
Yes, send me a blizzard.
Yeah.
Send you a blizzard. You're just gonna have to ship in snow in one of those big trucks and just dump it.
Send me a blizzard makes me think of Elsa.
Yeah.
Send me a blizzard and an ice castle, and that's exciting. And so, are you planning any other personal projects right now, or are you just trying to like cross your fingers and goal for a little bit of snow?
No other personal projects at the moment. The cool thing about just having a bunch of stuff on hand is when things get slow, I just get the urge and I just go shoot. And I always tell everyone to do that, because it's sometimes in the beginning you're just working so hard to get clients and become a professional, and then it happens and your calendar is full of these paid jobs and things like that, and you forget to go shoot for yourself and do something that just really inspires you and you have no pressure. And it's refreshing. I try and do something personal like that a few times a year just to kind of take a break and get
Think outside
refreshed.
the
Yeah,
box.
definitely.
No,
Yeah.
that's
And do
great.
you find a lot of times that those images that you kind of shoot just as passion projects, like do you like get clients from those images, or is it just kind of for yourself type of thing?
Yes. When I made the decision to be pursuing that Fairytale brand, I had no weddings that looked like that.
Right.
I had beautiful weddings and that I still love to use for my site, but they needed to be mixed in with some things that were a little bit more themed to really carry that out. So I kept it a blend of, real weddings and stylized stuff, so it was fair.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what really pushed it. A lot of my inquiries are saying that they found those stylized shoots, and this year I had some great weddings that were influenced by that a bit. And I've had people contact me even for wedding, like after wedding photos. They've been married for a couple years and they want to do something different, and they'll pick one of the fantasy shoots and they'll say, oh, we want it to be like this shoot or this shoot, where can we find a dress like that? And it's kind of cool. It's almost like I've created my own little like kind of like if they picked a Disney movie and they said, oh, I want to do a Cinderella shoot. They're like, oh, we want to do a Secret Garden shoot, or we want to do one like Queen of the Marine.
Right. Well, it lets them think outside the box too, because they can trust that you can take that vision and turn it into something really special for them.
Exactly.
Yes, I actually had a elopement at the beginning. No, not an elopement. There was like 10 guests at the beginning of the year, but the bride had found my mermaid one, the Queen of the Marine, and she said, I've shown this shoot to my wedding coordinator, and we are styling the wedding after this shoot.
How cool.
And so it was like shipwrecked themed, and there was
that's so fun.
trunks and kind of the same feel that we had, but as a real production. And that was just really powerful and made me feel like, wow, that all was worth it. That work we put into those.
And how much fun for you too to get to do that sort of stuff. I mean,
it's awesome.
That's very cool.
So big question, you recently got engaged, and congratulations.
I'd clap, but I can't.
Right, he can't reach his hands together. And there's the ring. So tell us, are you planning a fairy tale wedding?
Of course.
How many horses will be at this wedding? That's what I want to know.
Probably more horses than people.
Than guests. Everyone gets a horse.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's really exciting to get to be on the other side. I can't wait to blog about the experiences and just kind of use that all to help my brides. And even the things like, how am I planning this on a budget, or how am I finding the vendors I want? Because I feel like I am my bride, essentially. I want the same things that I want my brides to want.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to understand and relate to them a lot more, and potentially have a little bit more to help them out with. But it's so exciting.
That's very exciting. Do you have a date set?
It's probably not going to be till 2016.
Okay.
Just next year, I already have weddings booked, and I'm like, I want to kind of plan my weddings around my own.
Yeah, you need a little cushion there so that you can have your wedding and your honeymoon and not be editing as you're like getting ready to go down the aisle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And I know the time will fly. It just is crazy. I sometimes book weddings a year and a half in advance, and we just go, how did this happen? It's already here.
Already. Yeah.
I just shot a wedding like that. I met the couple 18 months before their wedding, and I was standing there, 10 days ago going, how is it your wedding day? Like where did 18 months go? It happened so quickly.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Very
Kristen, it was so great to talk to you today. Thank you for dressing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And telling us all about your brand. And we are going to share online for you on showiteer.com. And the article for this episode will have all of Kristen's information so that you can go and you can read her blog and you can follow her on Instagram. And we just want to ask you a quick question. We like to play a little game of Would You Rather at the end of Show It Live.
And this one's a little dark, but I guess for Halloween, that's okay. All right, you want me to ask it?
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
I don't have my mask on. I can see it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
And there is a correct answer.
Okay.
And you can ask 3 follow-up questions.
Ooh, 3.
If you need to. I don't know if you need to for this, but okay. Would you rather have no one show up to your wedding or your funeral?
Ooh.
And it's
This is a very dark,
little dark
dark,
one.
especially
one
since
was
we just
fabulous.
talked about her wedding.
No one showed up to my wedding because it still would go on. The show would go on.
Okay.
That's
I like elopement.
You like-
That's true. That's true. And with that many horses, who needs
guests?
regular guests?
Seriously.
That
All
was-
you need is you and your future husband.
Exactly. So that was
Yes.
the correct answer, Kristen. Wonderful
Yes.
job.
Good job. Well, thank you so much again for joining us, and we hope that you have a very magical Halloween
Yes.
this year. And we're so excited for you, and we're gonna be following your wedding planning journey
Yeah. Yep.
online, and following that Ireland wedding. We're gonna need to chat when you get back from
Yeah.
Ireland.
We'll have her back on the show.
Yeah, we'll have you
'cause
back
we gotta,
on the
We
show.
gotta see those pictures. So.
Thank you guys.
All right.
It was so much
Absolutely.
fun.
Thank you,
I'm
Kristen.
expecting some messages from you, Mr. Robot.
Yes, I will message you later today.
Ireland. Keyword Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah. All the
Only
Ireland.
text me if it involves Ireland.
Yeah. All the Irish.
The luck of the Irish. Awesome. Thanks, Kristen.
See you, Kristen.
Bye.
Bye.
So next week, Showiteers, we have another awesome show coming
man.
up, and
Huge show.
huge show.
It's been a
Justin
good-
and Mary
Good,
Morantz
yeah, Justin and Mary.
coming on.
It's been a good month of shows.
It's been a great month of shows. So
Very good stuff.
we're excited for November. We've got a lot of great guests
Mhm.
coming out next week. Justin and Mary are going to talk
Yep.
a little bit about their philosophy on pricing and how they price their services for
Yeah.
their clients.
Yep.
And Field will be back. Field is actually
Yep.
on a magical journey with his family, having a little bit of fun
Yep.
this week out of the office. And the Showit Robot will hopefully be contacting many of you via
Yeah.
text, via email.
Yeah, I got to get back to work.
There's just piling up.
Yeah, I got
Over there, all
I got
these
so many
robots.
emails to send, and
Exactly.
everyone gets an email.
Thank you for being here
Yeah,
today.
Yeah,
Showit
exactly.
Robot.
Thanks for
This is
having me.
And now we know that the Showit Robot
it's really me.
is Jason Lackey.
So.
So you guys, thanks for watching this week. We appreciate it. Thanks for hanging in with our technical difficulties.
Yes.
And we will see you back next week, Tuesday morning, 10 a.m.
Yep.
Pacific Standard Time.
CST.
And we're going to have a great show with Justin and Mary Morantz.
Absolutely.
See you next week, guys.
Happy Halloween.
Bye. Happy Halloween.